Hi folks, JP here from the podcast. Just to let you all know that the podcast is sponsored by AB Entertainment, and the AB stands for Mr. Alec Beveridge. It's a DJ and entertainment business. Alex is on Facebook and Instagram, and you can hit him up through the WhatsApp for any bookings on 07845 746 092. And also folks, the podcast has taken on a new partner, and we're partnered by MCM Framing Services and Hibs Memorabilia. If you want any jerseys, or if you've got any memorabilia sitting around you want framed or anything looked after that way, contact John Mullaney, and you can get him at johnmullaney0971@gmail.com, or contact him on his mobile 07835 072 582. And here at the Unrestricted View, we hope you're all enjoying the content, and if you are, please like and subscribe. It's free to do so, and also share amongst your Celtic family as well. Hail, hail from all of us. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back along to the Celtic Unrestricted View. It's myself, JP, and joining me all the way back from his annual leave, as I let him go, he was over in sunny Tanya Beef. How are you, wee man? It's good to see you, Mr. Ryan Clifford.
I'm all good, mate. Tired, but I'm all good, mate. Bit burnt and bit tan, but yes.
You're on a double shift tonight, by the way. You're on to about 4 in the morning. I forgot to tell you before we started there, so I hope you're not that tired.
Well, I can take a little overtime, mate. That's allowed. So, no, look, brand new, mate. Absolutely good to get away and get refreshed and get some time to chill out and refocus, mate. But no, obviously now back to Celtic, mate. Back to the main job in hand. Just talk about Celtic and back home with your good self, mate. So Alan's still away with the good lady away chilling out. He's still away. I don't know what he's doing now, probably. Absolutely steaming, probably, to be fair to Big Alan. But yeah, we're back here, mate. Obviously, the game is Sunday, another important game in the calendar. Hopefully, we obviously lost that cup last season, so hopefully we can get over the hurdle of the first round and back into the swing of things. Hopefully, it could be into a very interesting season, mate. But I hope you're well as well. And this Friday night, everybody else who's watched us, hope you're all well as well, because I know there's a lot of football on and stuff as well. So thanks for watching this evening.
Thanks, mate. It's quite weird actually having you on here with me. Usually at this point last week I was sitting here myself and enjoying life, and now my fun's been taken away from me now that you're back. But no, it's good to see you, mate. It's good to get a chat with somebody. Obviously, the phone in. It was good that you boys participated on Monday night. That was a wee surprise, actually. You boys dialing in, so it's good to see you on the sunshine. Talk about the sunshine. I know he's obviously for the viewers and stuff. He's done a bit of content while you were away. How was that?
It was different, obviously. And the Hoots bar was really good, actually. Obviously, I met a fan who was in the pub with us, Jason, cracking guy. Maybe he's what he can have his say. So, fine. I know it was during I know it was during recording, but like far away, it was good to get a different point of view, and he was kind of agreeing when we spoke about how we're far ahead, and Jason believes that the treble could be a possibility, and I don't think, I know you don't want to think too far ahead. It's about winning one game at a time, but you've got a good chance if you continue the form. But listen, we know how hard that's going to be, JP. But it was good to film different places, and obviously there's one or two bits more still to come. But yeah, it was good to get out and do it differently. It's different doing it I know, JP, and the sun. It was warm. Let's be fair, though, and here it's quite cool. It's obviously abroad, it's really warm. But yeah, it's just different, mate. It's good for us as well to go into different places. Obviously now we're down to Squirrel Bar as well, Celtic Park. So it's good to put different content for fans as well, and it shows as well that it's not just on here, but about as well. And but it was good, mate. It was good to do it in different venues and kind of meet new people and just put the podcast out there as well. Because in the day, it's for the fans, and everything we do is to make, ideally, if we can, do content for the fans to watch and get interest in. So, all in all, mate, it was good in that way, and hopefully we can maybe continue doing that in the future.
Yeah, listen, that's half to Colin that joined you in the Hoops bar. I actually feared for his safety, to be fair, sitting in between you two. He must have been a baby cauliflower ears, man, having to listen to two you either side. It'd have been like a game of tennis. You see, would have been like that. But no, it was good to watch. It was quite a good listen as well. Alan actually does no bad when he's got a baby on him, to be fair. He sort of makes more sense when he's drinking beer than he's doing a podcast rather than drinking that juice he's got. But no, as I say, it was good to watch. And obviously the one in the Bell Bar as well was a good one. We've got one more for these folks, but we'll put that up probably tomorrow. If anybody wants to go and see those episodes, if you've not had a chance, they're in the video section of our YouTube channel. So all you need to do is get in there. They're tagged under the Boys in the Sun. So there's another episode of that going out tomorrow. So we'll put that up tomorrow for you as well. Seems we love spoiling these rotten. But we'll come to some comments. And I hope everybody who is tuning in is having a good Friday night. And you have got to the end of what could have been a busy week for some. And getting ready to chill out now for the weekend. Plunge is the first commenter tonight. Surprise, surprise, it's not Anne Jem, it usually is. Plunge says, "Good evening, guys. That's the best speech I've ever heard from Brendan. He was spot on about it's about time. Somebody from the club spoke up and told it as it is. Yeah, mate, it was nice and refreshing. Obviously, we'll come to that as tonight goes. And Jem, and in second place, oh my goodness, you're letting aside then. I think you've been watching the Olympics and just thinking it was a good idea to become runner-up, if I'm not mistaken, Ange. But hopefully we'll get you back in the winning position in Monday night's episode. Evening, JP, Ryan, and everyone else in the chat. Jerry Burns, evening, everyone. Hope you're sobered up after your holiday, Ryan. James McMullen, so good they named him twice. James McMullen. He says, good evening. And our podcast partner, John Maloney's joining us as well. He said, good evening, lads. Hope you're well. And then he asked Ryan, are you sure you were in Tenerife? Because you look dead white. Well, you photoshopped in Alan's videos. To be fair with you, I have actually played a bit with the contrast. When he came on here to chat to me just before we started, I was like, oh man, you need to turn that.
John, the white bits are for the 10:30 show, mate. You can see them then.
And by the way, when he said that, folks, he's not trying to get any more subs. He's had enough for the last couple of weeks, so he's doing all right. And St Mary's Parish and Coatbridge, Rodgers in good form today. Good evening to yourself. Hope you're well. And the man himself, Mr. Stefan Henschos, there he is. And he says, good evening, everyone. He's going to look mental. Stefan Henschos with a bit of tan. I think Stefan Henschos ever did tan, even with a ball up in the face, right? You know what I mean? But MM joining us also. Evening, everyone. Evening, all. And Big Dom. Evening, chaps. Let's get down to business. Yeah, so that's all the comments we've got. Wishing us good evening. Yeah, let's get down to business, as Big Dom said. I wonder why they call him Big Dom. I've heard a theory, and I don't know if it's true. Is it because he's got big socks? A big shoe?
Dom, let us know.
Dom, you can let us know in the comments. Why the name Big Dom? Was it, did you have to change that or alter it? Was it something else? You can let us know. Yes, so obviously while you were away, Celtic got down to business, as Dom alluded to there. And they have indeed signed Idah, a guy that probably, I understand now why you and Ryan buggered off over to Tenerife. You and Alan, sorry, buggered off over to Tenerife. Because you must have known what was coming with me, because I've been banging the drum for day one about getting him in and then you're nuts in. Like, even when he was on loan, and you were like, he's not our player, JP, he's not our player, he's Norwich's player. I've got news for you now, boys. He's no Norwich's player anymore. He's Celtic's player. And listen, mate, I don't think there's anybody more ecstatic than me, to be fair. I think it's an absolute unbelievable signing. Taking away the money side of things as well, because to me, personally, I don't think the money's relevant at all. I just think Celtic have bought themselves a quality striker who can deliver in big moments, Ryan. And he's proven he's delivered in big moments, scored in cup finals, scored against your rivals. He scored vital goals for us last season and was a pivotal reason in why Celtic went on and secured the double.
Aye, on what you're saying there, mate, I'll take away the fear. I will want to chat about the fear a wee bit, but it's not really relevant to... It's no Adam's fault that he's gone for a big fee. It's no player's fault for what fee they go for. That's just... It's football now. That's not down to the player. That's down to the clubs to decide, or the boards to decide what the fees are, and the clubs will go for there and they'll decide what's the best way to go about it. I'm happy I've got him in. It was ideally I would have liked to have got him in quicker, because obviously the wee one's potentially maybe not playing on Sunday. Who knows if he'll be injured for the next week or so. So ideally it'd have been...
See, I heard a different rumour, Ryan. I don't know if you heard, mate, but I heard he was playing on a shoulder. Not too sure if he's I've missed his. I've been waiting on this. Come on, I've missed his.
just blame it on the boogie. We'll blame it on the boogie, mate.
Can't blame it on the baby. That's for sure. I'm sober. I bought a water here.
Not the sunshine. Blame it on the boogie.
Aye.
No, I think
don't blame it on the good things.
Aye, he's a good signing because obviously what he done last season. I think we all probably thought that he was going to come in. It was just probably a matter of when and what the fee would be. Ideally, I'd like to get him in quicker to maybe manage the wee man, because we don't know how bad this shoulder injury is. Obviously, at the weekend, a wee bit of damage to it. We don't know how bad it was. Seems to be maybe during training it's either popped out again or it's maybe no fully healed. I don't know. But ideally, it would be an ideal to get somebody else in to help Kyogo early doors. But he's in now, and I'd imagine he'll either start the game on Sunday or he'll get some minutes on Sunday. I'm happy he's in the door, but now for me, it's down to him. He's come here with a fee on his shoulder now. He's not come here as a lone player, so there's that expectation there now that he's got to go and be a 9.5, 8.5 million pound striker. He's not come. He's a lone player where he was coming to help us and get a few goals. And to be fair, he did do a bit more than maybe we all. I don't know. I wouldn't say the full fan base, but the majority is thought, right, profile wasn't great. Let's see how he goes. And he came in and he done very, very well. Let's be fair. Was it 9 goals? I think he got in 19 games or so, which is a decent return considering he only started 7 games. So
yeah.
I have said to you in the past that I do feel there's bit, and the manager did mention it today in his presser, that there's parts of his game that obviously he's got to improve, and I feel he's probably the best manager, JP, and he's probably the best club to go and do that. I do feel that now, just my take on it, I might be different for other fans. Now it's down to him to then prove it now again, because he's technically he's worth 9.5 all in. That's what he's worth now in terms of he's come in on that fee now. I know the fee is irrelevant to his ability, but in terms of if he doesn't do that well, they're going to go, well, we paid £9.5 million from that. So that's what you don't want on his head. It doesn't seem the sort of guy that's going to have that pressure on his head. He seems the sort of guy that's just happy to be here. He'll just enjoy himself, and he'll just hopefully do the business for us as he continues last year. I hope he does. I hope he does continue that, because then you will get some fans who might have no one's him back. Oh, we paid that money for him. Oh, we paid 5 months for Yeti before. It's so
As
worked
the
out.
fans, as their actual Celtic, because I've not, like, to be
I
fair,
don't
right, and
know.
all us, even all us, like, we would have him back, no bother. Like,
I'm
is there
just trying
any
to play.
Celtic fans out there that actually don't want this
I don't
signing?
know. I'm being honest with you, for the amount of money we're paid, I'm a wee bit. It's a lot of money. For me, because
Is it though?
I think it is. I think it is. Because like I
We
said
done
to
the
you
same with
today,
Edward though, didn't we? And obviously Edward was there a full season.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
And even then,
Obviously,
even then, Edward was probably lesser first team experience than.
I'm
And I know
maybe
he
just
came for. Don't get me wrong. I know he came for a higher profile.
I'm just thinking, for me, he's overall for what he's done in his career, I don't think he warrants that fee personally. Right, that's just my opinion. But he could warrant it in 2 years' time, in 6 months' time. He could, because I've said it before about players. I don't think they're worth that money, and then they've come in proved me wrong. So Edward, I will admit, I was like 9 million for Edward. Oh, a young guy, that's a lot of money. But then when you hear the manager talking about him, that he's the best young player he's ever worked with, and then I started to see bits about Edward, I'm thinking, no, you know me now, I love Edward. I think he's one of the best signings we've had in the last 20 odd years. I think he's phenomenal. I still think he's a fantastic player. So it's odd. The biggest thing for me about Adam JP, it's not about the price, it's not about anything else. It's about, no matter what I feel about the player or what I feel about the fee or whatever it is, the board have backed the manager.
Yeah.
The manager wants the player, doesn't matter if it's 9, 10, 3 million, whatever it is. The manager's asked of this player, the manager's put that across. They've obviously tried to get a deal. They've got the 9.5 or 8.5 on add-ons. No matter what we think about the fee, is it high or low, or do we think it's right or wrong, they've backed the manager. And that's all we've been saying. So all we've been saying is back the manager, let him get the guys he wants in, and then we'll see where we're at the end of the Monday, and then we go for there. And
there's an interesting comment just come in as you're speaking there for 1976 doc, mate, and obviously I'll let you, because you're in the middle of chatting about it now. So obviously he says Idah will be our first choice striker. He's a better player than Kyogo. This will be Kyogo and Hitate's last season with us. I've seen Celtic fans with that take, especially in terms of Kyogo. Not so much Hitate, because we don't know what's going to happen with Hitate, but in terms of Kyogo, I
can get your comment, 1967 doc. People all got opinions, but we've all got different ways of football. We all see things differently. For me, I still think Kyogo's a bit ahead of Adam Idah personally. Maybe no in terms of physicality. I think the Adam Idah type player, or if it was him, Jackie Marcus, somebody like that, right? So Adam Idah will come in. I think he'll play maybe the away games in Europe. And I think the B-man might play the home games depending
even
on...
at home? Domestically?
I think it will all depend on, like the manager says, who's in defence, who you're playing against, and they've got that option where if somebody else might come in as well to back the two of them up, either a lone player or a young player might come in as well. So you've got an option there. If it's a big, strong defender, you might play Kyogo to be nippy about him and everyone else. Or you can go, right, do you know what? Adam can actually be physical against him. So then he can go with that as well. Dom's right. I watched the presser. He did say that none of them are number ones to him. They're just two quality strikers, and he'll decide what games. But just me, on my opinion, I still think the wee man's a better striker in my opinion. He's a better finisher in my opinion. He just, as it stands at the moment, he fits Celtic's game better than, because I think our style's changed a wee bit. When Idah was there last year, I think it suits Kyogo better. By the way, when we met already, Hitate and But what we've been screaming about, well, me personally, I know we've spoken about it with Alan as well, I want us to change the dynamic a wee bit and go along in Europe, hold it in, so you can use Idah to link up the play. So you've got that bit of both. For me, as it stands at the moment, the wee man's a better striker, hands down. I don't, in my opinion, there's no debate on that. I don't think Idah's done enough for his career to warrant to be better than Kyogo. I don't think he's done enough with Celtic to warrant that personally. But it's all about opinions, right? It's all what you want the striker. It's all what you feel is best for you having a striker on the park. If you think Idah's a better striker for what you feel Celtic need, then that's fine. It's all about opinions, mate. We're not right or wrong. It's all about what you feel. But I still feel Kyogo, in my opinion, is still Celtic's #1 striker. But when it comes to European football, he's not got the physical edge that Idah's got. So Idah would suit you getting away from home if it was to like Copenhagen, or I didn't know if they're even in Europe. No, they're playing Kilmarnock, aren't they? Copenhagen, they're playing Kilmarnock. But just say that
they're
sort
in
of team.
they're going for the Europa Conference. They're at the playoff stage. You're at now with Kilmarnock.
I'm just saying that sort of thing. Just say it as if it was Copenhagen, Cluj, or maybe smaller teams that you should be beating away from home. But Idah's stronger to kind of cope with that than the wee man who's more on the ground. Idah can hold it up, he can header. So is that, in my opinion, Doc, Kyogo's far better. There's parts of Idah's game where he's stronger. He can hold the ball up, but all round, I feel Kyogo's a better striker at this moment in time. Idah's got a lot of potential. He's younger than Kyogo. He can get more experience playing with Celtic. But it's all about opinions. I don't know if it's a male or female. I don't know, but it's all about opinions.
To be fair, but 1976 Doc's saying there, I have said to you lads, even after this, I've said to you lads, from January to the end of the season, in my opinion, I felt Idah had done a lot more than Kyogo did. And that's why I said to you that I think he was a massive contribution and a massive reason as to why Celtic then go on and won the double. Now, I know he scored 9 goals and was it 19 appearances he made for the club? That's a remarkable turnover, mate, for a guy who was being labelled a diddy and a guy that was, he was being lambasted when we made the signing initially, because people were looking at his profile and saying, oh my God, what we're getting here, not too sure of what was coming in. His first game against Hibs, practically, I know he made an appearance against Aberdeen when he came off the bench with Nicholas Kuhn. I think he set up Nicholas Kuhn's goal that day, didn't he? He was a layoff and then Nicholas Kuhn dribbled in and scored. For me, I loved how Brendan highlighted he's a big game player. He's got that big game mentality to turn up when the moment's required you to turn up. And then from the Hibs game, Ryan, when he scored in the last couple of minutes with the penalty to sink Hibs that night and obviously kick his on, for me, Adam just started to relax a bit more in the Celtic team and he started to grasp more and more what it was all about. And he got a feeling with the fans. The fans instantaneously loved him because of that moment. And then obviously he grew. And then we went to Fir Park. We were down 1-0 at half time. He comes off the bench again for Kyogo, who unfortunately that day he wasn't able to make any sort of impact. We were banging our heads against the wall at that time. He came on and he notches that header almost right away from a great ball for Greg Taylor. And then after that, mate, you just seen the whole team lift in confidence after that. And that's what I seen in the team when he was there. He just gave the team a lift and his presence. When he came, even at Celtic Park, when he was coming off the bench and coming on, the place was going nuts. Everybody around about me, you could feel the atmosphere rising because of who he was. And I just feel, mate, that he'll bring that sort of presence to the team.
I'll definitely give you presence, mate, in terms of physicality as well. And he is a Celtic fan as well, so he knows what it means to be here. There'll be no doubt that he'll be giving his all every single game in training as well. And I just feel for me now, he's I know there's fans like yourself, JP, who love him, and to maybe yourself and some others, he's got nothing really to prove, maybe in terms of...
To be fair, if it was dragging on anymore, mate, I think I was getting a bus to Norwich to get him here.
But for me now, he's not here as a lone player. So for me, he's got to prove it all again to me now. He's come here with a wee bit of fee on him. He's coming here now permanently. So if the loan deal didn't work out, he would have been away and back to Norwich. He would have been, right, okay, wasn't great, but we wouldn't have been lambasting him too much. But if we brought him in January for a fee and he didn't do well, then you go, oh, here, Pat wasn't great. So now I think for me, what he's done last season, I'm not going to forget about it. It was amazing, and he helped win his the two doubles potentially. One is
the cup.
two.
I mean, the
Aye,
cup final moment, man. That's
but for me,
always going to
that's
stick with
done.
me.
Aye, I'll stick me. Don't get me wrong. Treble, every treble win, league title, everything any big player does, I remember it. But that's done now, and it's this season. So I'm going to base Adam on what he does now, because now he's signed permanently. And now we just go for how he goes now. I do believe he will get a share of game time. I think because of how big of a season we've got in terms of Champions League games, League Cup. If we win on Sunday, there'll be more games. And I think it's 38 odd league games as well. So there's going to be a bit of rotation, I think, between the two of them. Maybe at Ibrox, he might play Idah. At home, he might play Kyogo. Aberdeen, he might play Idah. You've got a bit of variation for it. I still feel it's just, again, I'm not the manager, maybe best why I'm not the manager, but to me, the wee man's still got more to give, in my opinion, as it stands in the moment, than Idah does for me. But it all depends the game as well, because again, that's the beauty of JP. Kyogo against maybe Rangers at home might be the best thing for us, but away from home, when maybe you need to battle, either might be better. So it just depends on how you see games and how you see formations and how you see the matchup between players. But I just feel overall, if I was to go, who do I think's the best thing at Celtic? For me, it's Kyogo, and it's just my opinion. I don't see it as a debate, but that's just me. It's just what I feel. I think Adam's still got a bit to go to get. And listen, he's probably the best place to do it.
That's why he's here.
He's probably the best place to do it. I think Brendan's probably the best manager he could potentially play under. He could be the best guy to get the most out of him. Obviously, he's similar beliefs in football, mentality, and want to win. And I just feel that he does fit the club well, JP, and it's a good signing. And I'm willing to just go sit back now, Adam, go and do your stuff. And but I do believe a lot of people, and I've seen it on, I don't know if it was I think Stephen McGinn, I can't remember who it was, but somebody mentioned earlier about it was a pundit online as well, and they were talking about the fee. No, who was it? Was it on Open Goal? And they were even saying as well, like, the fee does. I think McFadden, he's saying the fees doesn't matter. And
it's not relevant.
But to me, it's a wee bit relevant, because I think it's a bit much for what he's done in his career. I don't think that price warrants the player. But
do you think he gave us $9 million worth of quality when he was here, Ryan, in the moments that he created for Celtic?
See, I've said to you,
because that's what you need to ask yourself. It's not like Celtic have went out and took a stab in the dark and have went away and bought this guy and just went, we'll fling all this money and we'll go and see what this guy's all about. They're buying him because they know what they're getting.
I'm maybe just for what he done for us, but I'm just mean his whole career. I don't think he's wanted that price tag. Like I've said to you today, you've got the guy who played with Blackburn. He's away at Ipswich about the same price, and he scored
10 million,
far more goals.
Sammy Smodic.
He scored a lot more goals in his career than Idah, so he deserves that price tag. But for me, I just think it's a bit much. But I'm on the board, I'm on the manager, I'm just a fan that I just don't want. I want us to get the value for the player. But on what I've said there, the manager could be spot on that in about 2 years' time it could be worth more. So I'm just going to reserve judgment, fully on him again. Hopefully he starts on Sunday. Hopefully he scores goals. Then I'll go, do you know what? 9 million was a cracking deal. Same with Edward. I was like, 9 million. I know he scored a few important goals, but he's only done both for PSG. But I've not seen much of him. And then now he's come in, and now for me, Edward, what I've said to you, for me, Edward's the best I've seen since Larson. And even Hooper was up there for me, but Edward gave me something. Go and do something. Go and do it. As soon as Edward got the ball, I thought, here we go, we're in. And you kind of get that with Kyogo. Some fans think that with Idah, but I think it's just about JP. Let the two of them play. Let's just enjoy it. Forget about what we think about the fee or who we think about, whatever it is. He's in the door. He'll give you something. He'll add to the team, and let's just hope he fires us to success.
Yeah. We're going to hear from Brendan Rodgers now in terms of the Adam Idah situation and obviously the signing, and obviously how Brendan feels. For anybody that's not been able to tune into Brendan's presser today, this is obviously from that, and it's the audio. So we'll hear from Brendan now, and then we'll obviously have a wee chat about, how Brendan feels on it.
It's well, I'm absolutely delighted. People talk about transfer fees and everything else. This is a guy who paid that last year. I'm delighted for him because I think that he's got huge potential. He showed that last season, and if ever I was so relaxed on a signing, it was this one here, because I knew what his talent is. What you never know sometimes in recruitment, and you never really understand it and know it until you come in, is the mentality of a player. And I think what I seen with him in my time here is that he had proven to me he has that big game mentality, big club mentality. So I wanted to do everything I can, and I thank the board for reaching out and getting at him here, because I think that over the next 2 to 3 years he can really flourish and show all the quality that he has. He's in an environment where he'll improve. He's shown that he can deal with pressure and play big moments. And I'm really excited for him and for the Celtic supporters, and obviously for the team, that we've got someone back who can really help us be successful going forward.
Were you maybe surprised at some people questioning the fee or raising their eyebrows at the fee?
Isn't it? You can never win, can you? You know what I mean? You don't spend money. You do spend money. You spend too much. It's like, you know, we've got a great deal. I know the player that we have here, and for me, it's just a case of just getting him moving in the direction that I believe he can move in. He has all the talent. He's 6'3", he's quick, he's strong, his touch is good, he can score goals, and like I said, he has big moments in big games. So for me, there's still areas that he can improve on, of course, and as a young player, that's what you'd expect. But I really think that I said, whatever money we paid for him, he's worth every single penny of it, and he'll demonstrate that in the next 24 months, that he'll be worth a lot more than that.
Ryan, see, listening to that, right? To me, that puts me at ease even more, and it puts me in a place where I'm really, really confident, and it kind of reminds me back to when Wim Jansen bought Henrik Larsson, and nobody, I mean, a lot of people hadn't known who Henrik was, and after his first two games with us, a lot of people have gone, has Wim got the receipt for him? You know, the way he started. The rest is history. I just think this is one of the moments, Ryan, where Brendan knows exactly what he's buying. Again, I go back to Edward. Brendan knows exactly why he's made that purchase, mate. And I just think we're in for another magic carpet ride with this big fella. I really, really do. And like Brendan says, and I firmly believe everything he said there, you know, you can't win because people are, oh, it's too much money. Or people are saying, you know, I've seen a couple of people saying, I don't think it's enough money. I think it's a steal. You know, I think we've robbed Norwich. But just as Dom says there, I am megally relaxed, as I have been all transfer window, because it is clearly obvious to me that we are purchasing quality this window. It's no young projects, it's no boys that maybe going to take a couple of years to really get to tune with how things are getting, and they've not been exposed to big levels and, you know, big derby games and cup finals. And some of the lads some of the boys last season, Bernardo, he tells you in his presser, that's his first 2 trophies. He'd never won a trophy in a medal prior to being at Celtic. Joe Legley was the same. Celtic opened the door for lads to come here and be successful. That's what we are synonymous with. And that's what makes us different from other clubs, because we give people a pathway to have success in their life. And with a manager like Brendan Rodgers, I don't think there's any worry at all. Me, as a season book holder also, I've got no worries whatsoever. Absolutely no worries. Because I know this manager, and I know he's got a different streak about him than now, Ryan, in my opinion. He's got that look in his eye, mate, where he's been ruthless. Now, obviously, we're going to touch on other bits of his presser for the day. But he's got that ruthless streak about him, mate. And he's been like that with the squad as well. Right away, he's made his mind up with people, and he's made his mind up quickly with people also. You know, you're not going to be part of it. You're going to be part of it. You're not going to be part of it. You're going to be part of it. And he's brought two guys back, and Bernardo and Idah, because he knows they will deliver quality. And that's it. That is it. And he's upgraded our goalkeeping department significantly, in my opinion, with Kasper Schmeichel. You can see the difference in the team, the confidence the team have got now. Hibs were pressing us with a three-man press on Sunday. Kasper clipped a ball and broke that press straight away, right out to Alistair Johnson. And before you know it, we had broke through their net, and we were 2-3 passes, we were up at their goal. A lot of other teams are going to suffer the same against us because of the goalkeeper. Just that one pass eliminates 2, 3, maybe even 4 bodies, depending on how many's pressing at you. But Brendan has brought in quality, and he's going to bring in quality as this window now peters down to the last stages of the window, mate. And that is why I'm as cool as a cucumber.
Like I say, we can have our opinions, but all terms about the manager thinks, I can say Con's no good, or Yang, or Lagerbielke, whatever. But it's what we're only giving an opinion. It's what the manager. It's what the manager's got the biggest opinion and the most important opinion. And for me, as long as he's happy with Bernardo, Idah, or whoever he signs, then you can have your opinions. I know there was chat about own bet and stuff. No matter what you think about the player, if the manager wants to sign them, then you just need to believe the manager until proven otherwise. So for me, like I say, JP, I can't talk highly enough about Brendan Rodgers. I can maybe the odd time I wasn't sure about his decisions last season with certain players, but you can see now the message he's trying to get across. It seems to me that the message is getting across. The football, I think it's going to be similar to Angie's first season when we just blow teams out the water. I'm not going to say about invincible trebles, or because I went up in my Hibs podcast next week saying we're going to beat them 10-0 and sort of that carry on again. So I'm not saying that again. But I do believe that there will be a few hammerings this season. There will be the odd close game as well, because listen, no, it's still a hard league. People might say this league's no good, or it's easier for Celtic. Aye, it's easy because Celtic make it easy. Celtic are that good of players. That middle three, if we keep Matt O'Reilly, I'm telling you, people can screenshot it, they can say, they can whatever. Celtic will not lose that league with they three in midfield. It's no happening. It's just not happening, because they three.
Well,
Well,
there's a lot of games either.
No, it'd be very hard for Celtic, in my opinion, to go and buy a better midfield three for Celtic than that. You would need to go and spend a lot of money to go and get they three. They three are just levels above a lot of midfielders that have played in Scotland in a long time. Brilliant players. I know McGregor's 31 now, came up to move 32. Still looks like he play for another 5, 6, 7, 8 year. So you've just got to trust the manager, JP. You see, I think he's ruthless because I think he knows that the other team across the water are just very below standard. They're just not up to it at all. He sees what's happening behind the scenes there. He knows what's happening with the stadium. He knows they're not going to get the money for the Champions League. He just knows that Celtic are sitting very, very pretty.
Well, he knows that now, because that's more or less paid for Idah.
Aye, basically, aye. He knows what he's got potential maybe coming. He'll know more than a lot is, and the board will know exactly who they're trying to target. So, aye, like I says, I said to you, even we had made a Bernardo win, I'll just wait to the window. We see who we get, and then we can go brilliant. I don't like him.
That's not the rest that's coming in, mate. There's more. There's got to be more coming in, mate.
No, 100%. But I've always said I'll wait to the end of the window to to defend it.
Even if we keep Matt O'Reilly, there's still going to be
No, there's got to be.
players getting added.
We can't just keep Matt and go, right, that's us no banging in my mouth. We've got to always progress. So, but no, listen, the manager's an elite manager, JP, and I just think he smells. I think it was one of the comments in the comments there said that he smells blood, and I think he does. I just think he knows that they're not going to be anywhere near Celtic. If Celtic are on their A game, even 75-80%, no team in Scotland beat Celtic. It's just not happening. The players, even with Liam Scales in the team, who might not be my best cup of tea, he's still better than just about the majority of centre backs in Scotland. So it's just, listen.
I tell you what, by the way, see that you're talking about centre halves, right? Now, I know you've obviously spoke at length about Liam Scales and obviously Liam and Greg had a free week last week because you were on Tenerife, mate. So it was actually not bad. The boys, they text me all night saying what a breather I've had, man, and they've been all right. But to be fair, mate, to be in I will back Ryan up here, folks. He was singing the praises of Greg Taylor the last couple of games, obviously, for the participation. Even at Hibs away, his delivery, some of the balls he was putting through, that one through at the top to Kyogo. Kyogo just takes the touch too wide and he's unlucky wee shot. But Greg Taylor's played really well since the season started back. And they're all looking fit, they're all looking sharp, they're all looking at a good level. To be fair, there's some centre-halves I've seen recently in the games just in the last week that, honestly, I'm now not worried about Liam Scales because I've seen centre-halves out there and by God, are we lucky that we've no got some of them, because I'll tell you, they're making the big man look like Van Dijk. On it, not like, you know who I'm talking about here. Like, I'm serious, you know. So calm down a wee bit, you know. We could be a lot worse off than what we've got to know. And what we've got to know is working in continuity. So
I think, in terms of Liam, I think, I will be honest, against Hibs, I did feel it was a bit like JP, and I can't sit here and no say what I was saying in the pub and what other guys were saying. Taylor was brilliant on Sunday. Up and down the line, he does that inverted role very, very
he's
well.
Fit as anything, Ryan, isn't he? It's his fitness for me, mate.
Again, listen, see Greg Taylor can play like that in Europe and he can defend like that in Europe, then I will go, Greg, come out here and I'll give you whatever you want, mate, because you can prove me wrong. I personally still can't see it in Europe, but domestically,
you do it the first night at Celtic Park in the Champions League, wee man will make sure he stays behind at the end of the game and you're getting a free massage and everything, wee man, I'll make sure if you're watching.
I still feel domestically JP is fine, mate. Greg Taylor's phenomenal in Scotland. But I think we can all understand that maybe that bit for European
he needs
football,
help, Ryan. He needs a bit of help.
He needs help, and I do agree with you. Listen, Liam Scales is fine domestic, JP, but I still feel that we still need somebody who's a bit better, a bit better quality than Liam to help Carter Vickers. Because I do feel, I know Vickers had these shaky moments, but I think Vickers' games, what's that?
See the one he fell and Boyle ran through, what are you doing?
But a lot of people think I'm just going to sit here and hang the Scales. Vickers had a few moments as well. Vickers had
the one I know the big boy nudged him out the road and he slipped again and the boy hit the bar. But I was like, what's going on here?
I do think we'll get. I think there's maybe a left back, centre back, potentially a midfielder, and you maybe could get a winger or a striker, and I think that could be hit. But if they're quality, if you get 4 quality sides in, I think we'll all go, do you know what? Yeah. I know we had that, like I said to you, I said that last week, and I'll keep saying it. I've had my moans, we've all the frustrations, we've all been a bit, we've no, some mates have, some mates haven't. If we get 4 or 5 quality players in, then I will go, do you know what? Fair play. I was a wee bit too hangry, but I just wanted guys in beforehand, before the first league season. It didn't happen. I'll wait to the window. If you then bring in even more quality, then we'll go, do you know what? Maybe we can understand why it took time. I get it. But if we don't, then we're going to go, oh, right, okay. But I don't think that will be the case. I just feel we're listening to the manager at the moment. I feel he knows something's behind the scenes. Be that
100%, mate. 100%.
Be that if it's Hohenbeck, McKeown, if it's a German guy,
Liam Scales' brother.
Liam Scales' brother. If it's
Annie Scales.
if it's a striker for Brøndby, whoever it is I've been linked to in the past, if it's people of quality, I'm not saying, Barry, I'm not saying that McKeown's quality, or I'm just saying these are guys we're linked to. If that's the guys that he maybe knows are coming in, he knows you're getting reinforcement, so that's where he just seems calm. And
Luke McKeown, is that the boy is that who you mean? Luke McKeown for Dundee?
He's been linked with Celtic recently, so...
yeah, but for me that's a no-brainer.
No, for the price tag, JP...
How much of an improvement would that boy make in the midfield as well?
It helps you.
Because we're looking at Thiago Holman and Wata being the next one sort of to come in after the lads that are in there. I know Bernardo's there, but he's not going to be able to cover the three positions himself. But Luke McKeown's similar to Callum McGregor. No, that way he can play low, he can play high, he can play in the side, he can link the play really well, and he's got an eye for goal. For me, mate, that how long have I been saying to you about Luke McKeown over boys like Lennon and even the boy Barron when he was at Aberdeen? Everybody was shouting and raving about these boys.
He'll come here and he'll be able to kind of play in games where, say you have a heavy game at the weekend during the week, if it's Real Madrid, Barcelona, whatever it is. He could be on the bench, come in and play if a Watt and Homer they fancied, or McGregor's no feeling fit, whatever. So I think he would be able to come in for the price. I think he's 26, so he's a wee bit experienced in terms of playing Scotland. So again, he would add to the squad depth, and you've had no qualms about the boy playing in Scotland. European level, who knows? He's not played. I don't think he's played there, so I can't comment. I've not seen a guy play. I can't comment. So. But
unfortunately, he's been with Dundee as well, so he's not really had an opportunity to play at Europe.
Yeah, so I think Rodgers. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm just saying going by the
no.
There's names been linked, and I think that he knows there's maybe one or two guys that are quality players to come in, and maybe guys who are going to come in and add to the squad depth, because that's what he's mentioned all along. Squad depth.
It's a squad game, man. It's a squad game, mate. Celtic play a lot of football. They play a lot of games, mate. And I think Rodgers wants comfortability and familiarity.
Well, that's what he's mentioned. That
can come in and
he mentioned it last. He mentioned it last year, and he's mentioned it this year. He wants squad depth, physicality, power, pace, and Bernardo need a agree with that. So Casper, by the way, listen, I'm not saying Joe Hart was unbelievable, right? But this guy's top. He's top.
Well, see the one. It was trickling. It was kind of along the line, and I was kind of Celtic fans were kind of hanging me, like kind of panicking, and you're like, "What, mate?" He just took it in his toe and just clipped it.
He's just so good with the ball, his feet, and
I
can't unbelievable. Who it was. I was listening to. I don't know if it was Cy Ferry or McFadden, but one of them was saying on open goal, or was it DL? But he's an upgrade to Joe Hart just in terms of his feet. And Barry, that's no. Joe Hart was phenomenal. People can't forget about Joe Hart, but
Cy Ferry says that he's not brought his gloves the last 2 games or something, didn't
he? But this guy is just a different animal for me. You just see he's a quality goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? So I think with him at the helm, you'll be fine.
And he's very vocal and all, by the way. He shouts. He lets people know what's going on.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing him on Sunday, but I'm thinking Sinisalo might play. Who knows? But listen, you've just
good to see him as well. You know, even up close, it'd be good to see him as well, because respectably, you're looking at that and you're saying, right, he's an upgrade on Benji Siegrist and probably better than Scott Bain.
Far better than me too. I haven't even seen him play yet. He's better than me too.
No, you've seen him play in America, but you've not seen him up close. But I was at the Kilmarnock game, and obviously Casper played that day, mate, and he just looks so comfortable. He looks as if he's never been away. It's no like he doesn't look like a new player coming into your team. He doesn't look like he's only played a couple of games for us. He looks as if he's been there for 3-4 years. He's took to it straight away. And I think that's another reason why Ryan Brendan picked him, mate. I think that's, because he knew, what I says to you boys before, see when Joe Hart left, mate, he lost a guy in McGregor's big brother sort of idea. Yeah. Like, McGregor was able to go to him and, right, we've got this issue, we've got that, can we talk about it, blah, blah, blah. I think McGregor's got that relationship with Casper, watching the two of them, seeing how close they look when you see the videos, and McGregor talking about him, saying he's a top guy, and they've probably had lunch together, they've probably been out and spent time together, they've spoke about things. Right away, listening to Casper, his first 2 lines, we need to win. No, we need to. He gets it straight away. No, we need to win. And that's the difference between the two squads, mate. We've got players in our squad that, you know, a draw's no good and a defeat's an absolute tragedy. You know,
You're, you're talking about, obviously, differences and,
this is
listen,
what I'm saying. It's all mentality, mate. It's all. There's a big difference, mate.
I know he's never going to watch this, so even if he did, I know Graham Tunis was on Talk Sport saying that there's no a big difference, and come on, man, these guys are playing.
It's just, do you know what that is, mate? That's just the height of delusion. That's all that is, mate.
I don't care what team you support, whatever. Right? See, if you've played at the level that some of the guys have played at and managed and worked with these top players, how can you sit and watch the two teams and go,
there's not much between them?
How? Seriously, like, I know we're going to be biased because you're Celtic fans, right?
5 derbies last season, mate. They never won one.
And it was 8 points, right? Granted, if we got a better recruitment, it could have been more, right? And I think it'll be more this year. I've said to you, I think it'll be 10 plus, right? The teams are far apart in every single capacity. Financially, stadium capacity, budgets, fan bases in terms of, obviously...
It's getting to an actual space now where you're actually saying it's scary now. You know, it's actually like night and day.
If you're going to sit and being honest, right, if you look through everything, what part of the both teams are they better at? Name it. Their stadium's in tatters, their boardroom's in tatters, their manager's not got a clue.
Well, they've not got a CEO.
Well, I don't want to say he's not got a clue. He's talking like he's not got a clue. That's disrespectful. I don't want to say that.
Mate, he's sitting in a press conference. No, mate. Listen, you can't. He's got
a clue.
You cannot. Mate, your team just get knocked out of the Champions League, and he's talking about watching Man United documentaries.
He's obviously, I know, he's
no, but come on, mate.
Clue, right? He's obviously got a clue of winning trophies. But I'll rephrase that.
I'm not buying this. He's not got the language barrier. I'm not buying into this, mate, at all.
He's sounding like he's losing either the rest room or he's losing his train of thought, or he's just generally his two colours are shown now, because some of the stuff he's come out with in the pressers, I do feel for JP, because I do feel he's been brought here under false pretences. He's came here thinking they've got this and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and now he's going, right, maybe I need to cover my back here and say things. And listen, if somebody who for our team wants to contact me and tell me what they've got better than us right now, come and tell me, and I'll have a friendly debate about it, because it's nigh only possible to say that you've got anything better. We're financially well off compared to you. We've got a better stadium, we've got a better manager, better players. Our fan base are all happy. Your fan base can't go to Hampden. You've got a shop outside Hampden and a snack man place. Like, come on, man! Like,
he's got one of the brother Pedro draws into with him in it.
You've got the guy. I don't know them all. You've got the guy. What's his name? Was it Bennett? John Bennett or something? The guy. I think it's him.
That was him.
Aye, he's talking about class. Say that to your fans. Your fans. The two clubs deserve class in terms of they should be the best clubs in Scotland. It should be the best of training, best everything, training, financial, should be best everything, right? Go and tell that to your fans, and they'll say that the best in class. Just saying that Tom Warren should be. Come on, man.
I've heard he drinks in the same bar as Charlie Adam and Jamie Ness.
Man. By the way, I think John
Charlie, honestly, that's it. That is the tea they're drinking out of, mate. Honestly, that's Jamie Ness and Charlie Adam. Look at them.
I think that they'll be coming into my closet and getting some bleach, mate, because honestly, mate, I know people might think, man, we can talk about their fans for it, but see, in terms of, mate, they're totally fleecing their own fans. It's absolutely nuts. And then
I want to talk about, obviously, the before we're nearly obviously coming to the end, so I want to talk about the away ticket allocation, because it's obviously fresh in my memory. And Brendan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually play Brendan's wee clip today, which I thought was superb. So I'll play that first, and then we'll have a wee chat about it. Obviously, if anybody doesn't know, the up and coming Glasgow derby. They were meant to have away fans being allowed in. It was all agreed, everything. Then the situation with the big course being shut down, and obviously they've had to move and rent out Hampden, which looks like they've only rented out about 4 rows, gone with Tuesday night's episode. And either that or Halloween came early and they all dressed up as seats again. But the allocation now isn't going to be met because Celtic now have fears for the game in January, because we don't even know if they're going to be back in their stadium. Celtic have taken the appropriate plans, put them into place, and obviously, got in order a segregational bit for their fans to attend their stadium, to be well policed, well fenced off, great looking staircases, great section, when in fact the other side haven't made any plans whatsoever for that. And, it's just a shambles. So I'm going to play a wee clip for anyone who maybe doesn't know what we're chatting about. The 2 games now it's been authorised that there won't be any away support for the next 2 derby fixtures. The one at Celtic Park, and as it looks, probably the next one at Hampden. So we will obviously need to wait and see how that's then going to pan out for the 3rd one and onwards, because I think the prognosis just now is they hope to have support getting back in to the 3rd fixture and the 4th fixture of the season, before even any of the cup games, if we draw in the cup as well. So who knows, we might not get that far because they might be out, or we might be out, who knows, we don't know. But for anybody who doesn't know, this is obviously what we're going to be going on to chat about. But I'm going to play Rodgers' clip today for you, with Brendan obviously chatting about the situation.
Club's job is to protect the support, and if there's not that guarantee that come the 2nd fixture, then I think it's only logical that you wouldn't reciprocate. So I think Celtic have played their part in what they were asked to do. And again, I go back, nothing of this was Celtic's issue. Nothing. When you go back to when this all started, it's nothing to do with Celtic. Celtic gets dragged into this here as being a Celtic Rangers thing. It's not a Celtic Rangers thing. This is a Rangers thing. So Celtic, when even they're asked to and have this agreement to make the stadium safe and everything else, we plough money into that. We do the works, which started months ago. And that, like I said, on both parties, it hasn't been agreed. So it's not complicated. It hasn't been done. For good faith, whatever way you want to put it, there's still an agreement for both, right? So it's not done. It's not great faith. If we allow Rangers supporters in, then we get to January and our own supporters can't get in. It's not good faith. So I think that the agreement hasn't been upheld. So Celtic rightly have to defend their supporters and their club, and sadly, as I said, the Rangers supporters miss out in this game and Celtic in the return game. But let's hope that after that we can then find a way to get the supporters in.
So Ryan, obviously, as you hear Brendan there, there's nobody else to blame for this scenario. It's, we keep getting dragged into this as if we're part of it. We ain't part of anything, It's not our decision. It's not our, it's nothing to do with us. But like Brendan says, and I'm all for it, and I agree with Brendan, why should we be showing good faith when there's a good chance that our supporters can be let down when it comes our turn to get in?
No, he's absolutely bang on, JP. It's one of the best interviews I think he's ever gave as a Celtic manager.
Amazing.
Absolutely spot on and right to the point. And finally, somebody for the clubs came out and actually telling the truth. I know boards sometimes don't come out and say what they want to say, It's just maybe to keep the peace and no really come out to be against certain SFA or certain clubs, etc.
And by the way, this is what I mean about his ruthless streak this time round.
He's just come out and went, listen, I'm going to just say what I need to say, and it's the truth. It's the absolute truth, and everybody for our team knows the reason why it's all happening. It's because they needed more money, and it was because Edward ruined their dreams, and we battered them all the time, and they couldn't handle it, and they're trying to make it a bit money now. We've been to Celtic Park doing some content. We've seen other things at Celtic Park.
Yeah.
They've done all the work, like you say, new staircases built, bits to him in away fans for after the game and stuff. They've done it. They've spent their own money on that as well. So it's no through the SFA, it's no through government grants or the council. Celtic have spent it themselves. Well, they've had to move stadium for a few months, maybe. They've had no thought about this. They've even thought about it, and they expect Celtic to go. You bring two and a half thousand or 2,000 that we agreed. Let's go. But yeah, when we go to Celtic Park, we're going to get put in like criminals, hit with pies and bovrils, and the police no caring about you, and geez peace. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I see Alan's comment here. He says, I completely get what you guys are saying, and I agree, for the good of the game, we need to get the away fans back. That's nothing to do with us, Alan. We've put things in place to do so, mate. So that's nothing to do with us. It's their part. So this is down to them. It's not down to us. That's what Brendan's obviously saying there. Celtic have nothing to do with us. We've done our bit. Now it's over to yous. So, and I 100% stand by Brendan, because why should we let their fans into our stadium when already's wrecked the place constantly, continuously, at any chance they get, the toilets, the seats, the lot? Why should we allow that to happen? But yet our hardened fans, you know, guys who used to go to the away games year in, year out, who are always getting picked in the ballots, who are always there to be picked in the ballots because of the years of being able to get to the fixtures, have now been taken away for that now. So why should we let their fans in to our stadium just because it's available, but yet our fans can't get to go to the reverse fixture? No, that isn't right. Get your house in order. That's that message for Brendan there. Get your house in order, and then we'll be able to move forward. It's not about, you know, Celtic. It's not to do with Celtic. It's their prerogative. They need to get it sorted, Brian.
100%. It's not to do with Celtic. It's about them. They've got to get the big house in order first before anything else. Celtic have done what they've had today. They've agreed that it will get done. They've done their part. They've spent money on it. There's been a lot more work about Celtic Park to obviously accommodate away fans, be that European or them across the water. And they've no stuck today then. So why should you then say, we've done your work, come on in, and then we'll wait until you get in the stadium before you do that. That should be one of the first things done. And the stadium, while you do your stadium up during the summer, you then put the away end sections in that you need. It's probably because you couldn't afford it. Probably, JP, it's probably because you knew all this was coming up, and right, we have to go to do that. So what we're going to do, we're just going to chance it and see Celtic go, come on in.
Yeah.
Don't be so silly. Celtic, listen, it doesn't matter if we want away fans back in or no. That's the principle of the fact that there's no caring about this side of the bargain, and went, you know what, we'll just chance it to see if Celtic agree with it. If you think Celtic are going to agree to that, then it's medication time, man, because that's crazy, JP. But you're spot on, mate. It's crazy. Get your house in order first. Come back with a relative building work that needs done, and then we can start chatting.
100%. Yeah. Moving on quickly, mate. Just a quickie. Obviously, we're just about to finish up, so we've not even got a wee chat about the game. This is what I mean about Celtic. They've always never a dull moment, and they've always got something going on, you know, around the periphery of before you actually get to talk to the game. I'll keep it short and sweet, mate. I expect a fast game, a flowing start for us. We're the home side, and I expect Hibs to be under pressure right away. Again, Celtic to come out the traps flying. I'll let you say your piece on that, and then I'm going to give you my team quickly as well.
I'll just keep it simple, mate. 4-0, absolute Barton.
I feel it.
Simple as that. Well,
I feel like
I seen him last week, and it could have been more than 2-0. It could have been 4 or 5 or 6 because we won the clinical in the second half and the
yeah.
first half. So
Do you
if we
think if
had
Adamida, do you think if Adamida's on the pitch and a choice of sub there, you've maybe notched another 1 or 2 goals?
potentially, aye, because he gives you an option. So I think he might add a few guys in on Sunday. I think he will, John. I think he might play Sinisalo. He might. I'd imagine he maybe play Homer or Water, maybe said that.
It gives your team, man. Gives your team. Who you think?
I'm going to go with Sinisalo on goals.
You jumped
I
away
think
there, by the way. I don't know what happened there. You cut away there.
I
It was
don't
just me.
I went, you went. My side or not, it's all right.
Did I go on your side as well? That's mental. That's crazy. You cut away there.
I think he'll play Ralston. I
Tony.
Tony, I had to be there. It was not that good.
Aye, it wasn't that great.
I think he'll play. Do you know? No, I think he'll go with his strongest back four apart from Ralston. So I think he'll go back for even. I think he'll go with Ralston, Taylor, Scales, and Vickers. I think he might play. Oh, will he play Idah? No, I think he might actually go
as well, doesn't he?
Aye. So I actually think. Do you know, I don't think there'll be many changes compared to maybe what I thought initially that knowing through the team. So I think the only change will be Ralston. One of them will be right back at Ralston. Either I'll play up front, I think. And I think that might be it, mate. Unless there's maybe a wee spring, maybe a Water or home playing if maybe instead of O'Reilly or Hatat or McGregor gave him a break. But apart from that, mate, I don't see any major changes. Yang might play maybe instead of Forrest, game a bit of maybe something like that. But apart from that, mate, I'm going to go with that. I think it might be Spirals and either might be 2 changes.
Right, okay. I think Sinisalo will start in goals.
Sorry, so three changes.
Yeah, I think Sinisalo will start in goals. I think it'll be Ralston, CCV, Scales, and Taylor. I was going to have a laugh earlier and say Stephen Welsh, but I know you'd have probably jumped off for real this time, so I just decided to keep it clean.
I heard Burnaby's on the way back to playing Sunday.
He's doing that. He's getting that magical flight back that Effie Ambrose got back to play against Juventus, remember? So, no, I think it'll be Ralston, CCV, Scales and Taylor. I think the midfield will be Callum McGregor, Paolo Bernardo and Matt O'Reilly. I think it'll be Kuhn, Maeda and Idah. That's who I think will play. I think that'll be the team. And Hatate will be on the bench just because, you know, it's a cup game and all. But Big Alan posted in the comments here about just the same team that played against. I could see that happening as well. But no, that's the team I think will have. I
think which his name, you mentioned his name there, deserves a bit of praise as well, Barry Hatate, because he was no under pressure with Celtic fans and the manager, but he didn't have the best a few months under Rodgers, and I know he wasn't really fully fit, but like I say, mate, that midfield freeway, I like McGregor playing further forward. I think he's better at that, and then Hatate can just sit, let him Matt O'Reilly.
Just compliments you to him.
Yeah. So Hatate's different game, mate, and I think John says that I think this could be him and Kyogo's last season here, potentially, and I think they might go to Pastures New list. I hope I'm wrong because I don't want it to go, but we've spoken about it before, some players have their shelf life or they've done what they can here and then they maybe need to go to maybe other challenges, but that's for another day, mate. But Hatate for me is different gravy, and he just does things so simple. It just makes it effortless. I know he gives the ball away, but there's a difference between the ball away being not been good enough, but there's a difference between the ball away when you're trying things, you're trying to make things happen, and I don't mind that. But I don't mind when you're doing silly passes when it's no on and it gives the ball away and it opens other chances for teams. But Hatate for me, mate, I know Barry Bannon thinks Highland as well. We think Alan as well. The guy for me is different gravy, mate, and he's another one that could easily step up majorly as well.
Yeah, 100%, mate. He's got to be a big player, a big key player. Obviously, hopefully we can keep him fit because he had these problems last season. Hopefully that's behind him now. Same with CCV. Again, getting stronger as the games go. And I know he missed a lot of the Copa America just because the manager wouldn't play him. But overall, I'm looking forward to the game on Sunday. If anybody's going to the game on Sunday, I hope you have a lovely weekend. I hope you enjoy the game. And yeah, let's hope we can get a... I was going to add a wee joke in there, but it's Friday night. I don't want to start. I was going to say, we need 3 points and move on to the next one. But I've caught a few people out with that one before. But no, let's hope we can get... Obviously, last season, you know, McGregor talks highly about us. I think they'll be highly motivated for us, Ryan, because McGregor, you know, I want my trophy back. That's the way he worded it. So I think we'll see a Celtic team coming out of traps flying and obviously ready to go. But as I said, have a lovely weekend, everybody. There will be some content going out tomorrow. Keep an eye on the YouTube, on the video section of the YouTube channel, folks. You will only see these kind of videos. So keep an eye on there and you'll get the time of when that video is going to premiere. Nice wee juicy video. Ryan Allen sitting in Clays on just talking about Celtic and whatever else is happening.
Tony.
Aye, sombreros and a couple of lilos were involved as well. But nothing was damaged in the making of the video, folks. I just need to let you know that before anything happens. But overall, have a lovely weekend. We'll be back Monday night, folks, with the dial-in Talk to Tims. If anybody wants to participate in that show, I'll say again, you need to message us. You can do so on Facebook, Instagram, the X, or is it Twitter now? TikTok, anything at all. Alan, continue enjoying your holiday, mate. For the rest of these, hail, take care. We'll see you all again. Bye-bye.